Battlefield 6. Battlefield 6 is a game I've been completely addicted to for these past couple days ever since it launched. Me and my friend have been playing this almost every single day. And so far, this really brought back the old school multiplayer type of games I've been looking for. That really more slow paced feeling game that I've been looking for so long. It really feels like one of the OG Battlefield games. Because recently, these multiplayer games that come out have these crazy movements. Yes, I'm talking about Black Ops 6, with this crazy, stupid ollie movement. This really feels like a breath of this fresh air. The movement feels like the OG Battlefield games, a lot slower, but also not too slow. And I like that a lot. I think it's perfect in the middle, balanced with some movement. I remember during the beta, there was people glitching and doing these crazy movements. That was really annoying, but all of that was patched and the movement even got slower on the full release. This is a good thing, for me at least, and for most people who like Battlefield. Now, since I've been playing this game a lot as my friend, I haven't been able to play the campaign. From what I heard, it's very buggy, the campaign. It's not very good, and it can be somewhat boring. So I've been kind of avoiding the campaign, but I do eventually want to get to it, even though I heard bad things about it. Because so far, the multiplayer and gunplay is so fun. And I wouldn't mind trying the shitty campaign. Because I wasn't expecting this campaign to be good. I heard rumors that they were making it last second. And, how that turns out. And yeah, so I wasn't really looking forward to the campaign. But I know there's some people who were for some reason. Because let's just be real here. Battlefield never really had a good campaign ever. Maybe 3 in Bad Company, yeah, but 4, 5 and 1, and the other campaigns are just okay. They weren't super good, but they were okay, and then they did a decent job. So I wasn't really expecting too much. Battlefield's never really known for a campaign. It was always known for multiplayer first. So campaign being bad for me doesn't really matter. This is gonna be a multiplayer focused discussion about this game, kind of review. So I'm not gonna be talking about the campaign or anything, but multiplayer. Let me get into the things I really like about the multiplayer. Let's just start off with the main part, the gameplay. The gunplay feels amazing. It feels so satisfying to get kills in this game. All the guns feel and play pretty much balanced. I've seen some people complain that the M4 and the shotgun are still a little broken. For me, I haven't really felt that way too much, but I can kind of see maybe it might be too broken. But for me, I feel like most of the guns in this game are very balanced, and there's not really a meta in Battlefield 6 currently, from what I've seen. And Battlefield is never really known for its meta or anything like that. It's just kind of a game where it's more casual. You can choose on what you want to play on. But yeah, the gunplay and the guns in this game feel really good. Personally, I've been having a lot of fun with MP5 in Engineer. I've been playing a lot of Engineer. And MP5 is probably one of my favorite submachine guns right now. It has a good range on it, and that's pretty good for a submachine gun because most submachine guns are up close. So MP5 I've been having a lot of fun with as Engineer, and even when I play Assault, Recon, and Support, all their classes feel pretty good. I would say Assault kind of feels people say that feels the least useful, but for me, I think it's just okay. I feel Assault's good for if you're pushing up alone, but because you can have 2 primaries, AR, shotgun. You can have the assault ladder thing where you can just climb up to certain places which are harder to reach, which can come with good strategies to hit certain angles, which I thought was pretty cool and makes the assault more useful. They also gave the spawn beacon to assault, which is kind of weird, but it does make assault more useful. Because right now, Assault is kind of in a weird place. Support, it's a medic. You can heal, revive your teammates, extremely helpful. Engineer heals tanks, blows up tanks. And then Recon, Sniper, good at spotting enemies. So it can show up on your main map, etc., etc. So Assault is kind of in a weird spot, but I still think it's pretty useful. And they try to make it useful, but I still feel out of all of them, it's the most useless. But it's still useful in its own way. So for the classes, I do like the classes. Assault could use a little bit more of a change to be maybe more useful, but again, it's more useful in its own way. Also, this game runs and looks really well. I forgot to mention that as well. Surprisingly, there's not that many bugs as well, which is surprising for an EA title, or especially for a battle. I mean, there's still some glitches here and there, but not really game breaking. I only crashed once ever, and I got almost 30 hours in. So I was all 30 hours. I only crashed once. Pretty impressive for a first release of a Battlefield. Usually they come with a lot of bugs and crashes. But Battlefield 6, pretty bugless for the most part. For now, I mean, you never know. They might update it and then it gets glitchy. But for now, glitch-wise, crashing-wise, performance-wise, it's pretty good. I haven't really had really issues with it. So, good job for Battlefield 6 for not having those problems. Now, the vehicles in the game, at least for the tanks and cars and like things more like the ground vehicles. The ground vehicles in this game, they feel good. They play a lot like the original like Battlefields, how the vehicles work and play. They're pretty balanced. They were broken in the beta. You can have like an invincible fucking tank. I had that. I dropped like a 50 kill like game one time with a tank during the beta because like my tank was pretty much like invincible. I just had 2 guys repairing it and I was like I just couldn't die in the tank. It was crazy. But that has been fixed. Like I haven't had any issues with the tank being invincible. They fixed it so like it takes more damage now. The repair tool has a cooldown, so you can't just spam it. So tanks are now balanced, and they feel pretty good. And if you're a good tank person, a good engineer, you can really have some good pushes on objective and really just switch up the whole routine of the match. And it can really just help save the whole match if you're losing or you're winning. Tanks are always been very important in Battlefield, and I'm glad they got the tanks just right. They don't feel broken. They don't feel useless. They're just right there, balanced, just like the OG Battlefields were. So that's a good thing. Now for the air vehicles, they're weird. Like the controls, they have new controls for them, and they're very weird. Like you've probably seen so many people like try to hop on the helicopter and they just do like a barrel roll and crash. I've seen that so many times. I was a victim of it. My friend was a victim of it. Like I think everyone hopping in a helicopter for this first time, they just like instantly just do a barrel roll and crash right into the ground. It's because the controls for like the helicopter, at least, I don't think the jet controls that badly. It controls pretty decently actually. The helicopter controls feel really weird and they're hard to control. But I did get used to it, and I was flying around as a pilot, and I was able to get a decent amount of kills. I do feel like the air vehicles can use like a little bit of a buff, especially when it comes to the health. If you have like just one engineer on the other team, and they have like the Stinger rocket where they can like lock a homing missile on you, that's like a one shot. Like I was playing with my friend, we would get one shot it out of the air in the attack helicopter whenever there's an engineer with that fucking rocket. And it's like kind of broken, so I really hope they make the air vehicles with more health at least. I feel like they're pretty balanced. If you're a good jet flyer, you can really do some damage. But yeah, jets I think are pretty good. Helicopters, they could use a little bit of a buff. Now for the maps. I think the map in the game are actually pretty decent. They're pretty good. The only problem I would say is that there's too many small maps. This is also kind of a common complaint right now, is that there's too many like small maps. I feel like there's only like 2 or 3 some big maps, and I feel like there's just too many small close quartered maps. But the small maps do play pretty good, so I can't really complain too much about the maps, even though they're small and it's like, oh, I'd rather have like a big open map like the OG Battlefields were with the big maps. And they do have those big maps, so don't worry. But a majority of those like maps we have in the game currently are small, and that's kind of annoying. But again, the small maps do play very well, and they play like the small Battlefield maps that you probably played in like the older Battlefields, because the older Battlefields also had smaller maps too, but not that many. It's mostly big maps. So this game has a majority of small maps. It's kind of suck, but they do play well, so I can't really complain too much. Like I'm still having a blast even on the small maps. On any map I have fun. Even the maps I dislike the most, like Sobek City, that one's really annoying. I think that's what it's called, Sobek City or some bullshit like that. I don't like that map. It's very too campy, like inside the buildings, especially if you're playing Breakthrough on that map. It can be annoying when there's people in corners with shotguns when you try to enter through the buildings. That part, extremely annoying. But it's still a decent map. But I do think the best map in the game for most people, and for me obviously, is Operation Firestorm. Love that map in Battlefield 3. Love it just as much in Battlefield 6. Every time this map comes on, I get really happy, I get excited, I love this map. The only problem I guess is the snipers. There's a lot of like sniping in this map because it's the largest map in the game currently. And it's always been a big map in Battlefield 3, so it's always been a big map. You're gonna have to get used to the snipers. Personally, I don't mind the snipers. I enjoy sniping on that map too, so And I also forgot to mention, the sniping in this game feels amazing. This is probably like the best Battlefield game for like sniping, in my personal opinion. I think the sniping feels so good in this game. So I want to make that quick mention because I forgot to mention that earlier for the gunplay part when I was talking about that. But yeah, sniping in this game is really fun. Usually in the other Battlefields, I wasn't like the biggest sniper person. Like I'll just snipe here and there. In this game, I found myself sniping a lot more than I usually did in the previous Battlefield games. The snipers just feel really good. They feel like so good to hit a shot on it, and yeah. Also, I want to briefly talk about the game modes in this game. Conquest, you know, OG Battlefield. I say OG too many times in this video, but it's the OG like main Battlefield game mode, and it feels great. It's Conquest. There's also Breakthrough, which is probably like my second favorite. I've been loving Breakthrough. It's pretty much like Rush. If you played Rush, it's just called Breakthrough in this game. It's pretty much just Rush. Or Operations in Battlefield 1 and 5, they called it. And yeah, I love that game mode. It's probably one of my favorites. It's just as good in this game. It gets crazy and hectic, and it's a lot of fun. They also have a new game mode. It's kind of like Conquest. It's called Escalation. And it's pretty fun too. It's pretty much like you have to capture more objectives and then you claim that territory of the map. So like the map will close in and get like smaller. And I think it's a pretty good idea for Battlefield. I just feel like it just plays a lot better on the bigger maps only, and not really that well on the smaller maps. But it's still pretty fun, even though I don't really play it too much because I just prefer Conquest and Breakthrough. They also have Team Deathmatch, King of the Hill, and I think Domination as well. I haven't really played that as much. I played them like a little bit just to like mess around in them. They're okay. They're just, you know, Team Deathmatch. They're just like some Call of Duty modes pretty much, just thrown in there. They're alright. They just play like how they play, and didn't have really problems with them. Also later on, they're adding another game mode, which is the Battle Royale mode. They're adding a Battle Royale to Battlefield 6. Personally, I don't think Battlefield 6 needs a Battle Royale, especially now since like there's just way too many Battle Royales. It just feels like overdone and honestly unnecessary. But even if the Battle Royale is good, I'll check it out. I guess I'll play it. But I'm just not looking forward to a Battle Royale. I think most people who are playing Battlefield 6 who got this game don't really care for a Battle Royale. That's just me personally. But if it's good, it's good, I guess. If it's bad, I don't think it's gonna kill off the game, personally. Maybe for like streamers, because streamers online are like, oh, we need a Battle Royale, we need this and that.
Newer game mode that has come into gaming, the Battle Royale is overdone. How is that possible?
Shut your bitch ass up.
I don't think it's gonna really kill the game if the Battle Royale is bad anyways. But they're adding it anyways for some reason, I guess. But yeah, overall, Battlefield 6 multiplayer so far has been a lot of fun. It's been very addicting. I think overall, if I had to give the multiplayer rating, just the multiplayer, I would give it, this might be glazing, I'll give it a 9, like out of 10. I think it's really that good. It's that much fun. I just wish there was more bigger maps. But besides that, it's really fun and it's really good. I'd highly suggest it, especially if you like the older Battlefields, because it plays a lot like 3 and 4, which is good. And yeah, that'll be today's video. It's been Kaya TV. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And whoever's watching, I'll see you in the next one.